Hey there, everybody. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility. New album review day is every Wednesday here on the channel. Thanks for watching. Please do subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell. Also down below in the video description, we have the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, as well as the link to our merch page where you can get all sorts of cool Sea of Tranquility stuff, shirts and hoodies and hats and caps and mugs and stickers, all that good stuff. Today, this particular episode, we've got the long-awaited 12-year wait. First album since Victims of the Modern Age from 2010. Arjen, Anthony, Lucassen, starone, Revel in Time. Yes, indeed, it's here. If you buy the CD copy, you get a double disc set, 2 discs, the whole new album with star-studded with guest stars galore, and then a bonus disc with the album with different people appearing on it, right? Alternate versions and singers and things like that. Same songs, different singers. Let's take a look at the album here. This is on Inside Out Records, division of Sony Music. In case you missed it, Arjen appeared on the channel, a month or so ago and talked a bit about this particular album, and it was a great conversation. There he is right there. Thank you, Arjen. Appreciate it, my man. Also, I really appreciate the thank you in the booklet. That was very, very nice to see. He's a big fan of Sea of Tranquility in the channel. He watches all the time. I know he's watching now. It's always a pleasure to have him on. And it's always a pleasure to hear new music from him. All right, so here's the booklet. Jam-packed with lyrics. As always, with most of Arjen's albums. Hold on. What's falling out of there? That little sticker fell out. Conceptual stuff here, so lyrics are very important to the storyline. There's all the folks appearing. I'll give you a quick glance at each of these pages. I'm sure some of these faces will be familiar to you. There we got some more. All right, so let's talk about this album. It's a good one. Sometimes, we've often talked about these bands or artists or whatever who take a long time in between albums. And, in some cases, that long time, you kind of forget about them. In others, the length of time makes the heart grow fonder and you really anticipate that new album. I think that's the case with starone. Most of us have, very, very fond memories of space metal and Victims of the Modern Age. You have the live album, Live on Earth, in between those two, but it just seems like so long ago. But those two albums are of such high quality that we knew we were going to get something really great this time around. So, who do we have here on this album? All right, so on the instrumentation throughout the entire album, you got Arjen, of course, on guitars, bass, and keyboards. Ed Warby, as always, on drums. You've got Eric van Ittersum on Selena strings. Joost van der Broek on Hammond organ. Marcella Bovio on backing vocals. And Irene Jansen on backing vocals, sister to Floor. All right, so 11 tracks in total. Big, symphonic, space metal. It's progressive metal, it's power metal, it's symphonic metal, all rolled into one, but all with this kind of sci-fi storyline. To me, it's just, I call it like space metal. It's not space rock, right? It's space metal. Big, bombastic, heavy guitar riffs, loads of keys, outstanding vocals, everybody playing parts, right? Just great stuff. You got kicking it all off with The Fate of Man, lead and backing vocals by Brittany Slays, guitar solo from Michael Romeo from Symphony X. Awesome song to start the album off. Like I said, big symphonic melodic metal, just great. Big riffs. Michael Romeo comes in, does his thing. Just great. Brittany's vocals are outstanding. Then you get 28 Days Till the End of Time, lead vocals Sir Russell Allen from Symphony X, guitar solos from Timo Summers. I asked Arjen, I was like, did you consciously not put Russell and Michael Romeo on the same track together? He goes, absolutely. We always hear them together in Symphony X. I wanted them both on the album, but they had to do something different. Russell sounds incredible here. absolutely incredible. One of my favorite vocal performances on the album. He just doesn't disappoint. And in fact, you hear him on this, you hear Michael Romeo on the first track, and it's like, man, when are we getting that new Symphony X album? That's what I was thinking. Then track number 3, Prescient, lead and backing vocals, Michael Mills and Ross Jennings. Of course, Ross Jennings from Haken. Another really great track, good, melodic. Back from the Past might be my favorite track on the album. It's kind of hard because there's some really outstanding pieces on this album. As I look down, I got like dog hair all over my arm there. When you have 3 dogs and 2 of them are huskies, that is bound to happen. Where was I? Back from the Past. None other than Jeff Scott Soto on lead vocals. It's a good, driving, hard rock, metal anthem, packed with hooks, but it's heavy. It's got lead guitar from his Sons of Apollo bandmate, Ron Bumblefoot Thal. Great song. Really great song, and Jeff sounds so good on it. And this is a song to go play in the car, blast it out loud. Really, really good. Then we got Revel in Time, the title track, lead vocal Brandon Yeagley, guitar solos from none other than Adrian Vandenberg himself, right? Mr. Vandenberg, Mr. Whitesnake, the legendary guitar player. Another great track. The Year of 41 features Jolyn Turner on lead vocals. You got Joel Hoekstra from Whitesnake, ex-Night Ranger, also from TSO, on the guitar solo, synth solo from Jens Johansson, from Stratovarius, Yngwie Malmsteen, various other projects. Another really good song. Bridge of Life features one of my favorite singers in prog metal, Damian Wilson, okay, from Threshold. Excellent stuff. What else? Yesterday is Today, lead vocal from Dan Swano, Mr. Edge of Sanity from Bloodbath. He's worked with Catatonia, produced everybody in the world, including Opeth. I mean, just Dan Swano needs, Nightingale needs no introduction. Great singer, whether he's doing clean vocals or growls. Excellent stuff. You got Lisa Belladonna on Moog synthesizer. Marcel Singer on guitar solo on that track. You got Hand on the Clock comes next, with Floor Jansen from Nightwish, formerly of After Forever, on lead and backing vocals. Juice van der Broek on Hammond organ solo on that particular track. You got Beyond the Edge of It All, which has lead vocals from John J.C. Queepers. Remember that name. I'm going to talk about him in a minute. Outstanding singer. Does a great job on here. Guitar solo from Arjen himself on this particular one. And then to finish it all off, nearly 10 minutes long, the big epic on the album, saved for the end, another contender for song of the album, is Lost Children of the Universe, which features none other than Conception vocalist, ex-Camelot vocalist Roy Khan. Perfect choice for here. All right, you got choir from the Hellcore Choir and a guitar solo from none other than Mr. Inviolate himself on the Hydra guitar. Well, I don't know if he's not playing Hydra guitar in there. Mr. Steve Vai on amazing guitar solo on there. Again, if you watch the interview I did with Arjen and the one I did with him last year, he was thrilled to have one of his heroes, Steve, appear on this album, and he's been chasing Steve down to appear on one of his albums for a while. So good score there, my friend. So that's the album. And Lost Children of the Universe is big and heavy and symphonic and proggy, and it's just, great song. Great song. This is a really good album. It flows really well. I've listened to this now a bunch of times, and every time I like it even more. And every time I listen to it, I hear other riffs that I didn't catch the first time or the first couple times, and saying, "Wow, I dig that. Love that vocal passage." And all this, all of the vocalists are perfectly suited for kind of the roles that they're playing in this album on these particular tracks. And that is one of the things that Arjen always does really well, whether it's the Arion albums or the Star One albums. He goes and finds the perfect singers to fit the roles that he has written for them. And I think it works really, really well here. And it's, like I said, it's a metal album. It's symphonic. It's progressive in spots. It's just really, really melodic and engaging, and that's what you want. So I'm having a hard time not giving this a 5 out of 5 star. It's that good. It's that enjoyable. And it's making me, once I've had my fill of this because it's one of these new albums that just going to keep listening to. I'm going to go back to the other Star One albums and start re-listening to those again because I haven't heard those in a little bit. So yeah, so that's disc 1. Disc 2, you basically have all the same songs except with different vocalists on them. For the most part, now you remember I mentioned that guy's name, John J.C. Kuipers, or Kuipers, I think his name is. He does a good chunk of the vocals on here. So let me just go over the track list. So Fate of Man this time around has Marcella Bovio on vocals. She's a great singer. She's worked with Arjen quite a bit before. Excellent. And then on 28 Days Till the End of Time, you get John J.C. Kuipers on vocals. Prescient has Will Shaw. Back from the Past, Revel in Time, and has John on it. And I will say, I'm so into the Back from the Past song with Jeff Scott Soto, but then when you hear Back from the Past with John J.C. Kuipers on it, you're like dumbfounded at how good that version is as well, because he's such a good singer. Oh my God, he sounds so good. He sounds different than Jeff, but they both complement each other well, and they both fit so well on this particular track. But yes, he does a great job. What else we got here? You got lead vocal and synths on the Euro 41 by Alessandro Del Vecchio. Sounds amazing. Really good. You've got, what else? Wilmer Warbrook on lead vocals on Bridge of Life. You got Arjen himself sings on Today Is Yesterday. A Hand on the Clock features Marcella Bovio and Irene Janssen on the verses. Beyond the Edge of It All, Mike Anderson on lead vocals. And, saving one of the most exciting ones for last, on Last Children of the Universe, the big epic, also featuring Steve Vai on guitar on this version, none other than former Black Sabbath vocalist Tony Martin kills it. So you got it. One version's got Roy Khan, one version's got Tony Martin. Man, it doesn't get much better than that. So both sides, both discs are really good. Obviously, the disc 1 is a little more star-studded, right? But disc 2 is just as much fun. It's the same songs, just with a different vocalist on them, a little different feel on them. Both really good. And yeah, I can't recommend this highly enough. Revel in Time from Star One, Arjen Anthony Lucassen. Please go check it out. This is going to be one of the prog-metal, symphonic metal albums of the year. Excellent stuff. The production is big, in your face, bombastic, just the way we like it. And this is definitely a crank it up loud in the car, on your home theater system. Wait till the weather gets a little warmer outside and wake up the neighbors, right? Because it's loud, it's brash, but it's melodic, it's anthemic. Sit outside and get out your fake microphone and just sing and get out the air guitars. That's the kind of album this is. So check it out. Visit us on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. Of course, we're here on YouTube all the damn time, all together, all the time. What else? What do we got coming up? So tomorrow is Thursday. Tomorrow is the Monsters Den. Dan Brown comes back on the show. We've got a fun show for you. We are going to be talking about our favorite Vincent Price, Roger Corman collaborations doing works of Edgar Allan Poe, those great films from the 60s. We're going to be ranking our favorites, talking about that series. We got Friday Morning at the Funhouse Part 2. Martin Popoff and I looking at our least favorite Gatefold album artwork. That's coming up Friday. Saturday, we've got the UK Connection, Simon Bray and Stephen Reed, a little bit of a kind of a Kiss discussion. And Sunday, we've got album homework assignment with Eric Porter from In the Prog Seat and the Guitarist Corner going up against Scott Berry. So that's happening on Sunday. So thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you real soon here on the channel. Please subscribe if you haven't and click on that notification bell like I asked you in the beginning. And we'll see you later on. Take care. Bye-bye.